Hi darlings, thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. Today I have a Bible journaling process for you using the For the Glory of God devotional. I have been really sinking in and loving this. So day 9, first of all, Tom did some amazing work with the word study in the devotional. I love word study, so anytime that they're looking at original context and original language, it really draws me in. This Bible nerd loves that. So on day 9, we look at the word glory in the original context in biblical Hebrew and how it's used in 2nd Corinthians. And then in day 10, we also are looking at the same word glory, but we're looking at it in the biblical Greek translation and how it is used in John 11:4, which is Doxa. So we have these 2 days where we're looking at the word glory in 2 different languages. And then if we go back to day 5, we look at the we look at glory in the modern English language. So we have English on day 5, we have the original biblical Hebrew on day 9, and then we have Greek on day 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one page that is going to kind of illustrate day 5, 9, and 10, and I will be journaling in Isaiah. And when we are looking at how the prophet Isaiah is looking at the glory of God, and that is where we'll be journaling. So I'm going to put you on fast forward and let's dig in. This pattern paper is part of the beautiful digital papers that you could purchase that coordinate with the kit. I loved this one as soon as I saw it, and I printed it on clear sticker paper, and I knew I wanted to set it aside for one of the days that I wanted to use it for. It ends up being that I'm actually using this one page to journal out 3 different pages, or to illustrate 3 different days in the devotional. So I am just cutting it down to size. I do want, it has like this leafy detail on each side that I do want to include. So I make sure I leave that and don't cut that out. And now I'm going to use the roof stamp. Now I am going to be layering this on this stamp block, and then I'm going to use my VersaMark water. It's like a sticky ink that is perfect for embossing. I am going to stamp out the word glory, and what I want to do is emboss it. So the middle is going to be black and the outline is going to be in gold embossing. So you'll see this process a couple of times. What you do is you ink it up with the sticky ink, you pour the embossing powder over that portion, and then you're going to basically dust off the remaining ink. I usually put it back in the little jar. You'll see my head a couple of times, just making sure that I am really getting all the ink up. And now I'll let you watch the magic. As you use the heat tool, you'll see that it'll turn this beautiful golden color, and I just love it. It will show better when they're individual, but there you go. So there's the word glory. I'm also going to do the other 2 words. So on day 5, we look at the word glory and its meaning in the English language. On day 9, we're looking at the word Kabowd. That's what I'm going to go with, Kabowd. And that is the word glory in the original context in the biblical Hebrew language. So I'm going to go ahead and ink up and use the same stamps that I'm using in that Ruth Alpha. Same process, and then you can see there. I love the effect. I actually enjoy watching it go from this powder to this beautiful gold. So there you see me cleaning off the stamp, and now I'm going to do the word Doxa. So this is in day 10, and Doxa is actually in the biblical Greek language. And I love that Tom, who is the writer, he really breaks down and does a really good word study and even gives us examples. So we all know how glory is represented in the English language. So in Kabowd, which is the Hebrew, biblical Hebrew, it means abundance, honor, glory, splendor, reverence. And it also, in the ancient root meaning, it also means heavy. And that reminded me of weight of glory. And he takes us to 2 of Corinthians chapter 4, verses 16 and 18, where it speaks of the eternal weight of glory that awaits us. So we see that in day 9, and in day 10, we go through Doxa, which is the biblical Greek translation of glory. And this means honor, being renowned, splendor, and the course of glory. It also has the meaning of divine equality, and it represents the manifestation of God. And we go ahead and look in chapter 11 of the book of John in verse 4, and we read it in that context where it says that this illness is not led to death, but is for the glory of God, so that the Son of God may be glorified through it. And so both the word glory and glorified are meaning of Doxa, which is the representation of the manifestation of God. Just so much goodness. I know it's a lot of nerdiness, but I just love how he breaks it down day by day. So what you saw me do here is I basically took that clear sticker paper that I printed this pattern on, and then I layer it on the back. So that's going to be my background. And then the letters that you guys saw me stamp out and emboss, those are going to be the 3 titles representing day 5, 9, and 10. I love how I was able to do all 3 and illustrate it on one section. And where I am journaling is Isaiah 6 verse 3. So I kind of box out the verse 3, but I also box out the rest of the passage, because here we see Isaiah standing in the presence and the glory of God. And so I love that we are able to see glory in all different ways in context throughout the Bible. And it reads in verse 3, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory." I'm going to add my date stamp over in the corner. And I add my date stamp again on the left-hand side, but then I decide that I want to actually cover it up, because I'm going to put my tab there. And what I'm going to do is use the sticky ink and kind of just dab all the way around. I wanted to also add black and gold on the other side, just so it correlates from one page to another. It's very hard for me to ink up and emboss this very small tab. I didn't think about that before cutting it out. And this heat gun gets really hot, so you'll see me grab a pair of scissors to hold it down, and there we are. So I just add some tape runner, and there we go. That is it, darlings. I love how this turned out. I think the black cardstock really pops off the page, and it allows the gold embossing to shine. I love that I was able to use this beautiful pattern digital paper from the shop. Just to show you, this is the embossing powder that I use. It's the Princess Gold. It is my favorite. I get it for $5.99 at Hobby Lobby, but most of the times I use a coupon when I'm going to purchase these things. This is my favorite color. It's a nice gold. It's kind of a deeper gold, so it's not as bright yellow. I really love that. And with embossing, I use the VersaMark Watermark stamp pad, and this is a clear sticky ink. And that is it. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are new here, I hope you consider subscribing to my channel. I'm almost to 1,000, so please share this video with your friends. Hit that like button, hit my hit my notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And thank you so much, darlings, for being here each and every time I put up a video. God bless, darlings. Bye.